if the 49ers trade Trey Lance, if they give up 3 firsts and a third to move up for this guy, sit him for a year, get him injured, start him 4 games, give him $15 million, give up on him before he failed, and get a couple day 2 picks maybe for him, will anyone be held accountable for this abysmal failure of a move if this happens?
Yeah, I'm going to hold them accountable.
Will the Niners, but what I'm saying is, like, will anyone get fired? Will Jed York say this is unacceptable? No. Someone has to be held accountable. You're fired. No. Someone. No.
Hell no. Nope. No, not at all. Especially because they were able to find Brock Purdy and like he was able to look good, which again, I kind of hate the idea of like credit Kyle Shanahan for developing Brock Purdy. It's like, what did they develop him on? I'm confused. Like, I get it. From point A to point B, yes, he looked mediocre to average preseason, and all of a sudden he came onto the scene and looked pretty damn good. But my idea is like, wasn't it just more integration in the playbook? Wasn't more time? I mean, the 49ers, the only reason why they had no clue Purdy could do that at all. I really feel confident that they had no clue Purdy could do that. They threw him in there into there because why? They had no choice. Jimmy freaking broke his leg again.
Yeah.
So then they're
Purdy never would have played last year if Jimmy Garoppolo hadn't gotten injured. They never would have benched. They never would have benched Jimmy for Purdy.
Nope.
No.
They wouldn't. And there was nothing to really indicate. Like, look, it's not just like, again, I only went to like a week of practice, but he looked bad to me, Purdy in training camp, and whatever from you and everyone else who was on attendance, no one really made any resounding like this Purdy guy, man. Like nothing was there, and it's not like they're really working with him much, if at all, during the regular season. So my thing is just like defense is unprepared. He was playing with a better team, integration in the offense, and maybe he just always had it. He just needed a little more time. But either way, I don't really give him credence to that. So to me, it's like this whole idea of like he's going to get credit and probably find himself in a safety net for whiffing on Lance because he had Purdy isn't really so much, so a good.
But you don't know you have Purdy. I mean, he got 8 starts and a bum UCL. Like, what do you don't know what you have there. Yeah. Crazy to me. Someone needs to be held accountable for this. Someone needs to get fired. I mean, what's crazy is every single coach who passed on Patrick Mahomes has been fired except for Kyle Shanahan. And now he tried to, atone for that sin by trading up for Trey Lance when Patrick Mahomes fell to him. He tried to atone for the sin for trading up for Trey Lance and then blew that one. And it could send him away, and he can end up being good too if he actually gets playing time and a good coach. At what point do you say, Kyle, you're good at a lot of things, but you're hopeless at the quarterback position, and that means you got to go, dude? It's a quarterback-driven league. At what point? I don't know.
If they were not, and this kind of also was an article I wrote the other week about why the 49ers can afford to whiff on Lance if he's like traded or whatever, he doesn't pan out. They're still somehow always in playoff contention. Again, the division's weak, the conference is weak. So because of that, he salvages everything. And it's not just, I think I give that more credence to because, well, if he didn't have Purdy, it's like, no. I don't give credit for him for Purdy. Mm-hmm. I give credit because somehow they're still goddamn competitive and going to the NFC Championship games, even though they completely, so far, are looking and trending in that direction, wasted 3 first-round picks that they spent on this guy. I guess in retrospect, you also look at it like, well, every quarterback in that draft looks pretty bad right now. I mean, Justin Fields is the second best one, and he can barely be average passer. So it's like, what are we really looking at here? So I think if you're Jed York, it's, again, this is why I always say, like, I don't think York really cares so much about winning. It's so much about relevancy. It's like, that's all I care about. It's you kind of see it with the low-level teams in NBA and baseball too. It's just like, we just want to be marketable. That's all we care about.
Yeah, but on the other hand, like this team was up 10 in the Super Bowl with 6 minutes left in 2020. That was a little bit more than 3 years ago. And I think the feeling at the time was this team is so close and they're going to win a Super Bowl. But now, 3 years later, it kind of feels like it's slipping away. I mean, this core is all expensive and old. Eric Armstead just missed half the season. Like at some point, they're going to have to reload and it won't be this group anymore. And you don't get 8 revenge tours. It's the NFL. It's a violent game, and it feels like they're missing it. They're missing it.
Yeah, it's
because of the quarterback position. Oh my God!
Because of the quarterback position, it's like you can hit. It's literally like video games. It's like
yeah, man.
you're playing Pac-Man in the arcade, whatever. It's like, all right, we can get the Niners can get through level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No
but
problem.
They can't get through level 10 because they don't have that final ability, and that's the quarterback who is.
And they
good.
turn around and be like, "Yeah, but the game was fun. I like what levels 1 through 9. We enjoy levels 1 through 9." Like, shut up.
But it's because
Get
it's
outta
like,
here.
I think speaking as like a fellow video gamer in that sense, because I know I can get to 9 so easily. It's like I just gotta make this tweak, this one little tweak, this one little adjustment, and I'm good. And that's what they keep thinking. That's what Kyle keeps thinking. That's what this whole team keeps thinking.
But what is the tweak? What is the adjustment? It's trade Trey Lance now. It's develop Sam Darnold.